What's going on, guys? So this one is going to be a little bit of a different sort of episode. This is going to just sort of show the other side of the little, family getaway trips. This time we're going to be going to a caravan park. We're heading to Umina Beach Caravan Park for a week, but we're also going to hit the Sydney Aquarium. It's a little bit of a special occasion. It's Harper's 6th birthday. It was a couple of days ago. If you haven't been to the Sydney Aquarium, I went years ago and it was unreal back then. I'm sure they've done heaps since the 20 years that it's been since I've been there. But if you're curious about the Sydney Aquarium and you haven't been yourself, stick around because I'm sure we're going to see heaps of cool stuff down there. Anyway, I'm going to hitch this trailer up so we can get on the road and we'll kick this episode off at the Sydney Aquarium. Now, if you do want to visit the Sydney Aquarium, it's located smack bang in the middle of Darling Harbour, which is smack bang in the middle of Sydney. And it really is a haven of marine life that just lets you go through all the depths of the ocean. You really do have a really vast array of marine life from not just our own backyard in Australia and the Australian marine ecosystems, but all over the globe. The aquarium is split into 3 levels. At the top level, you've got the Great Barrier Reef exhibit. Up here, you've got some really cool local and sort of Australian exhibits. So the coral formations, the tropical fish, everything that we see on a lot of touristy brochures and websites and things like that. That's what you're going to see on the first level. It's really cool. It gives you a really good look into the Aussie ecosystem and the Great Barrier Reef itself. There's a lot of detail there that you want to go through. If you are going through, try to take your time. It's really, really good to actually take your time and read what you're looking at as you go through. Going down to the second level. Now, the second level, I think, is everyone's favourite. This is where everyone wants to go to see, the big sharks and the stingrays, the manta rays, all that cool stuff that gets the heart pumping a little bit. This is the Predator exhibit. I don't know if it's still called that, but the time we were going there, that's what it was. It was the Predator exhibit. Now, like I said before, this has got all your sharks and your rays and your predatory fish and all that cool stuff that gets the heart going a little bit, and the kids absolutely love it. Now, going down into the third level, honestly, I was calling this thing like the Hall of Aliens. This is where you've got a lot of those deep sea organisms. So your crazy looking jellyfish, your crazy fish that light up as, really bright, or some really deep sea gropers that are just absolutely huge and just scary looking. The staff members there are also really good. Shout out to the Sydney Aquarium staff. They have a lot of information, so don't be shy to ask them questions. If you have a question about something, ask them. They will definitely help you out. And obviously this just makes the experience even better. It's entertaining and it's educational, especially if you have kids. There's nothing better than seeing your kids learn something new. Like I said, it's not just for entertainment, it's also a massive hub, especially in Australia, for environmental awareness. The Sydney Aquarium really does actively promote conservation efforts and really do encourage their visitors to consider a role in protecting the oceans. The aquarium really does strive to inspire a sense of personal responsibility as well as responsibility and appreciation as a whole for the diversity and the delicate nature of all the marine ecosystems that are on our planet. But after all that walking around and all that learning, we had to have a nice quiet beer and a good feed for lunch before heading back up the Central Coast to Umina Beach. Look out, Mrs. is on the cook tonight. What do we got going on, babe?
Mum's fried rice.
And steak. Ooh, steak on the Weber. You in charge of the Weber, is that a good idea?
Nope. Get ready for it to burn.
You reckon?
Oh yeah.
Burnt steak on the Weber.
No, the Weber
I've got faith in you. I reckon you'll smash it out of the park.
The Weber will burn.
The Weber will burn.
I need a bigger spoon.
I can get one for you.
We're classy. So I know I'm going to get questions about how we're using this microwave outside because we don't have it plugged into the van. Up there, won't reach. So we're running it off the Jackery. If you guys saw a video before on the review video we did on this little unit, it's basically it's called a Solar Generator 2000, and it's a replacement for a traditional generator, but we're using it as a portable power station just to run all our big stuff like a microwave outside. So you've just got it plugged in over there, and it's pulling out. What's it pulling out? About 1260, 1270 watts. So yeah, it's got a built-in 3000 watt inverter and I think 2000 watt hour capacity battery life. So heaps of battery life, especially for those people that don't really want to run a big dual battery system. It's a really good option for that. Then you can plug it into your solar panel and just charge it back up that way, or plug it into 240 and charge it back up. So yeah, it's a pretty good option if you don't want to fork out thousands of dollars on a big massive dual battery system. These things are a good option as well. So link in the description if you want to check that one out. Right, well, you guys probably know by now that I don't really like caravan parks that much, but I will show you quickly why I like this one. So we're at Umina Beach Caravan Park. I think it's an NRMA caravan park. I think it's called NRMA Ocean Beach Caravan Park or Holiday Park, something like that. But I'll leave it up here on the screen. And this is actually a really good one because it's prime real estate for the beach. You probably know all around the Central Coast is just immaculate beaches. Everywhere you go on the Central Coast there is an immaculate beach somewhere, but Umina Beach has a really beautiful beachfront caravan park, and this is it. So if you're going to come anywhere on the Central Coast and you want to stay in a caravan park, try to get this one, the NRMA Ocean Beach Holiday Park. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'll put it on the screen if it's wrong, but fair income just straight across the road and you're at the beach. How good's that? It's not a bad feature of any caravan park. I know there's heaps out there that have little beach accesses like this, but this is just what makes this one unreal. In Central Coast New South Wales, beach access is pretty hard to come by, especially for caravan parks, so pretty bloody good. But beach is packed now, so we're just going to race out, quickly have a swim and head back in. So let's get into it.
This is so much fun. I'm at the beach and I'm definitely looking for pippies. Dad, have you found any pippies yet?
What?
Thanks, Dad. Have you seen them?
I've never eaten them, no.
Have you found any pippies, Dad? Have you?
Oh yeah. Yep, that might have been one.
Did it?
Right, there it is. Right there. You came with him? There it is. There it is. There. Pippi.
Leave it alone.
Here, have that one. Oh, is that one? Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's half a Pippi.
Oh, I would bite.
I think Kim had a little bit of a rough night with the babies, so what are we going to do? We're going to make some breakfast for Mum?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And so rest.
We're going to make some of these breakfast taco boat things.
And I'm going to
I had to spend like half an hour on YouTube remembering how to do it, but we're just going to throw together a bit of an omelette inside these taco things and then do them on the Weber. So I reckon we do, what do you reckon, 1 or 2 eggs in each
How
one?
about we do some too? Two for Mum.
Well, why don't we start? We'll start with one,
Yeah,
and then
two
we'll
for
go
Mum.
from there. Yeah. I know you can't tell by my voice because I'm so tired at this stage of the video, but these omelette taco boat things are so easy to do and they're so fun with kids. All you got to do is basically just make up a normal omelette in a bowl, then pour them into your taco boats, and away you go, straight on the Weber. I've got no idea if this is the right way to do this, so if you do know
Looks like a slide.
an easier way, put it in the comments,
Can I put it up and see if it stretches?
because I've got no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, we'll get these last ones on and cooked up. Oop, better put them on first. Alright, let's go. Alright, that's probably enough. Let's get them down and get some food in their guts.
Number one at that.
Now, I don't mean to brag, but these things have turned out pretty good. That's these things have turned out pretty awesome. Could do with a couple more things. Could do with some garlic or some onions or something like that in there. Kim was real quick to let me know that, but still pretty bloody good. If you're gonna make up an omelette anyway, chuck them in some of these little boats. They're awesome. This is one awesome thing about Umina Beach Caravan Park as well. Got this, it's right up near the surf club. You come in on the road on the surf club, and then there's a cafe right up the front as well. They've got this awesome little playground for kids. Are they? Yeah. Seriously, if you are staying at Umina Beach Caravan Park, don't forget to check out the cafe up near the surf club on Umina Beach itself. They make some absolutely awesome food and some unreal drinks. They're a little bit pricey, but it's definitely worth it. After checking out the cafe up at Umina Beach, we decided to go down through the main street of Umina Beach and just check out some of the little shops that we could find around the place. This one that you're seeing right now is probably one of the coolest lolly shops around. So obviously we had to go into here. The kids had one look at it. It painted bright pink outside, and the kids couldn't help but nag us to death until we went inside. So you guys can see the kids had an absolute ball in here. They had pretty well every lolly you can think of. A lot of American-based lollies, which is pretty cool for the kids as well. A lot of stuff they hadn't seen before. And I think we pretty well maxed them out. We ended up with about 50 or 60 bucks worth of lollies, which was not a good idea. Made the kids pretty sick and made for a pretty eventful afternoon. But we were pretty lucky because by the time we got back to the caravan park, the van park had actually put on a pretty cool little event. So there was balloons for the kids, face painting. I don't have any idea how to pronounce this, but Gozlame, I think it is. They're really cool foods there. Fresh donuts getting made, live music, and the combi keg was there as well. A little bit pricey with the combi keg. I think they were about 10 bucks a beer, but they were still bloody brilliant. And lucky for us, that was just enough to tire the kids out before we had to go home, get dinner sorted, and get the kids off to bed. Surely this pilchard is going to get us onto something really good. It's not much fun trying to shoot this with a GoPro, but let's get on. That looks delicious to a nice fat whiting, or even a tailor. I'd be happy with a tailor. Oh, 2 nights out here trying to fish and we haven't got a bloody thing. But there's some wicked gutters through here. I've just about broke my back on about 3 of them. So, any luck, we'll get there's some bait fish running through. I don't know if that came out on camera, but there's definitely some bait fish running through these gutters. Ooh. It's really shallow here for about 50 metres as well, so finding the fish is actually the hardest part. Getting out to where the fish are and where they're actually going to strike is about the hardest part of fishing this beach that we've found so far. And now I'm soaked. So here's the break. Oh, you can't really see it, but the breakers are just out in front of us. So let's see how we go. Right, there's got to get onto something, surely. Right. Oh, trying to walk backwards through all this water and gutters and not trip over and not lose my GoPro. Oh. But surely that's going to get us on to something that we can at least cook up tonight or tomorrow morning even. I'd be stoked with that. Fingers crossed. And surprise, surprise, we caught absolutely nothing after drowning about 24 baits between pilchards and pippies. We decided to pack it in, head back up the beach and just chill out by the fire for a little while. Big shout out to Anthony there on camera for getting the fire going for getting a lighter, fire lighters and all the firewood. So good on you, Anthony. You got there in the end, buddy. But honestly, it was just a really good night. Even though we didn't get any fish, it was still a great night just to kick back on the beach, chill out, and just talk a bit of shit around the fire. So, all in all, an unreal night. Not really any better ways to end a trip before we had to get up the next morning, pack all our stuff, and head back home.